Okay, let's gonna continue. So let's gonna learn now list. What is a list? Okay, this was a string, right? Now, what is a list? We're gonna see that in many programming language. So now you can have, for example, something like this. Hmm, like this. Okay. My list is gonna have element 0. Oh, like this. Element 0, element index 0, element index 1. Looks like we did with the strings, right? But let me show you the difference here. So you can have my list, okay? And here you can put, for example, hi. Then you can put the number 3. Then you can put here the number 3.14. So when you create a list like this, in the computer memory, you're creating an extractor like this. And the first element is index 0, right? Okay. The second element is a number. Now we have a floating point, a number, but it's a floating point. Okay, so you can have in a list many elements. And inside the list, you can have strings, integer, double. This is for Python, because in other programming language, uh, you create a list of specific type of objects, not like this, but in Python allow you to create a list with different type of elements. Okay, so let's go to define that in Python. And why do we need that? Because you need to store uh, information. Now I'm gonna show you step by step why you need to use list. First, let's gonna define I'm gonna create a new project, sorry, a new file. In this example. List is gonna help us a lot when we wanna store data. In object-oriented programming, later you're gonna see that we can put many objects in our list, and we can retrieve the objects really easy. Let me see. Okay, something that we're gonna play around first with creating a list. So my list equal, right? And you can place uh, the elements there. If it should be like this. This is not really basis. Bracket. Bracket. Not really basis. Okay. So here you can put, for example, the grade for the student. 90, 93, 92. Okay. You are creating a list with 3 elements now, right? So we are creating this list. Okay. So here you're gonna have 90, 93, 92. Okay. So if I wanna do something with the element that values 93, what can I do? If you are gonna print just the second element of the list. Oh, what about this? Print my list. And what should be the index for the second element? Index 1, right? Because the first element is index 0. In theory, you're gonna print. That's gonna be the output, 93, right? So let's gonna test. You create a list as we did in our whiteboard. Now print my list index 1. Run. 93, yes, we did it. So what happens if you wanna modify the second element? So index 1. So you can set my list index 1, this is what I wanna modify, equal 98. And then, of course, you can print that again to verify if we update the chains. We update the value. Yes, we update the value. Okay, two things here. If you wanna work with the element of the list, you have to provide the name of the list, the variable, and you have to provide inside the bracket the index. So remember, index 0 is the first element. Index 1 is the second element, and so on. Okay? If you wanna modify one element of the list, the name of the list, the index for the element that you wanna modify, and the value to update. You print and you see that you modify the value. Okay? Let me see. What else we can check? There are many functions that you can use with the list. So let's gonna see what else. One thing that you're gonna see in the book is that also you can print many elements of the list. Okay. And now here. Remember slicing? So we can use a similar thing, start and end. For example, so let's see what happened. So what's happening here? See the output. Oh, okay, here we go. So you can put inside the list in the bracket for one individual element. Yes, you can print specify the index. But if you want to display the whole list, for example, or you want to display some element of your list, for example, the first element, and what happens if you use 0, 1? You want to display only one element. Why? Because the second parameter here is not inclusive. Remember for string, the same thing here. So if you want to display two elements, you can set from 0 to 2 because the 2 is not inclusive. So you're going to display 0 and 1 when you run. So if you're going to display from 0 to the end, don't specify the last element, the last index for the element, okay? If you want to display as of the second element, type 1. Okay, so this is something useful that you can use with lists. Let me see what else. Oh, let's gonna create two lists. Okay, this is interesting. Let's gonna call my list 2 equal. You can create the list as well with other syntax. I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna play with that. 100, 99, 98. We have two lists. Okay. 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 It's gonna do something here. Oops, mouse. It's gonna play with the two list. Okay, here. We're gonna combine out this one as well. Yes. Okay. So what happens if you print like this? Just in case you get the list as well. Okay. But it's a good idea that you have the habit to put the parameter here. And if you want to specify the complete list like this, because you can later modify that and add the second element to get just a specific range of your element in your list. As again, you can print like this. But if you want to remember, because later we're going to use that, you can play with that. Now let's gonna print the other list. Okay. Run. Okay. So now, what happens if you do something like this? Smooth plus. Okay. So what happens if we do these crazy things? What do you think that you're gonna add 90 plus 100, 93 plus 99? No, that what happened if that we're gonna use like concatenation. So you have, for example, my history equal and you print my history. This is what you're gonna have. So when you add two lists, you are creating another list. So you are adding to the end to the first list the second list. Visualize that. First list is this one, right? Second list is the other one. So 90, 93, 92. And then see that we added the second list. So this one is a new list now. That is in my list 3. Okay? So when you use the plus sign in list, remember it's a concatenation as well. Oh, okay. Just gonna see what else we can see here. Oh, we're gonna start doing some basic operation with list now. Well, now that you understand that, we're gonna do some basics operation on list. Okay. Example, we have product name. B. After. Okay. And you have life. And you have product price. B 600, laptop 600, iPhone 90. No, 900, right? Okay. Just gonna verify that the date is correct in our list. It's gonna run. Perfect. We have the data, right? Okay. So print. What's happening? You wanna say the price of the, I'm gonna use F, right? You know that they like it. Of the, I wanna say the price of the TV. Oh. How can I do that? Product name, right? The price of the TV is oops, the price of the TV is dollars in here. Where do I have the price? Product price, right? So the product, the price of the price of the TV. What is the index for the TV? 0. What is the price for the TV? Index 0. And let's go test. The price of the TV is 400. Oh, perfect. So later we're gonna use repetitions, but in 2 more weeks. For now, let's gonna do something like this. This is gonna be 2. 2. So what's happening? Instead of to create the variable product 1, the variable product 2, the variable product 3, and then another variable, price product 1, price product 2, price product 3, you just create two lists. Just with two lists, you can keep a lot of data. So you don't need to create a lot of variables. So you have 100 products, you have 100 elements in one list. You don't have to declare 100 variables, just one variable. So now you start seeing why it's important list now. I told you with examples, you're gonna visualize that. So let's gonna run. Excellent. See that? This is the basis of some basis of list. Let's gonna play around with list. What else? I know how to combine. I told you concatenation. Oh, number of product, print. The number of element in product name is product name. Okay, how can I know the number of element? What about if you just said length? So what happened with length? With length, you're gonna tell that you wanna display the length of the product. So length. Something is weird here. Parentheses. What is the syntax over here? Oh, got it. I got it, I guess. Length, the syntax should be now the length of the list. Okay, perfect. So you have to use the function method length inside the parentheses, the name of your list. So let's gonna run. The number of element in product name is 3. So length is gonna help you to know how many elements are in your list. Later, you're gonna notice that you're gonna add a lot of elements to your list, and then you wanna know, hey, how many elements do I have? Okay, use length, and you're gonna get the length, the size of your list. What happens if you wanna know? I try to code in different ways, so you're gonna get used, right? Practice a different way to print. So I use F now. The max price of the product is, oh, how can I know that? Yes, just type max and the name of your list. That is also right. So you don't need to code. Just use max, and the max function method is gonna verify inside the product price. Product price is gonna check which value is the max value, the highest value. So let's gonna run that. Detect that 900 is the max value. That also right. What else we can do here? Oh, the mean value. Okay. The minimum price for the product is gonna be use the function mean. 400. Yes, that is true. So you know now length, you know now max, you know now mean. mean value. So what happened is now you wanna find the index of the element in your list that match with something specific. For example, list, your list. You wanna see the index for the element which price is 600 in type. Okay, you have product price. And now you can type dot, and you're gonna see all the methods that you can use for the list. Let's gonna use index. So you wanna know the index of the element, okay, in product price, where the value of the price is 600. Should be index 0, index 1, right? So let's gonna run. Told you, index 1. Oh, 900. Should be index 2, right? Yep. 0, 1, 2, index 2. Okay, so this is index. So you wanna see what happens if you have the new values now. Let me run. 100. The 800 is not in the list. 600. Index 1. Oh, because we have 2. You wanna verify now, for example, if you have get discount, if there are products, one or more products with the price of 600. It's gonna run. See that? It tells you, hey, there are 2 products in the list that have 600. So I'm just gonna modify that. All of them, the value is 600. Okay. So detect the index, detect the first element in the list, the first coincidence. Okay, this is why it mentioned index 0. Immediately stop once found the value that you're looking for. They count max. Oh, what happens if you wanna add the elements in the list? Print. The sum of let's say the total price the products is huh. I will have to add 600 plus 600 plus 600, right? So you can use product price index 1 0 plus product price index 1 plus product price index 2, right? Here, I mean product price index 0 plus product price index 1 plus product price index 2. right? We're gonna see if that work. That work. But look at this, if you have 100 elements, you will have to type 100 times product price 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't make sense, right? What about if you write, instead of to write all the formula there, you just use sorry. Okay, you just use product price. What? Yes, same thing, max. Mean, you can use the variable sum of whatever is inside product price. That's gonna run. See that? So instead of to type all the elements, variable 1, 0 plus index 1 plus index 2. See that? So I guess I covered the basic function with list. Okay, so let's stop recording now. Okay, and continue with more videos.